And I've never been embraced. And the money's hard to make. So I bet they on
Good evening, everybody, from Anderson High School, home of the Redskins. It's the Loveland Tigers paying a visit.
Board of Education Superintendent Scott Prebles, Principal Rob Fellows, and Athletic Director Chris Newton extend to each of you a cordial welcome. We are pleased that you're here with us tonight. Anderson High School and Loveland High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the rules and regulations as set forth by the association to maintain high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. Anderson High School would like to remind you that the Ohio High School Athletic Association promotes good sportsmanship on the field of play and in the stands. We ask that you, the students, fans, and parents, encourage the student athletes in a spirit of good sportsmanship and friendly competition during the game. We also ask that you please refrain from making any derogatory comments towards the athletes, coaches, or officials participating in this competition. Thank you for your cooperation, and remember, respect the game. The officials assigned to this competition have been selected and assigned according to procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. They are Carrie Kuzmano, David Daly, and Joe Campolongo. And just a quick note on COVID, please keep your mask on at all times. Social distance. We have bathrooms, 2 bathrooms, social distance there as well. And we have concessions, prepackaged foods and drinks. Please social distance in line. Thank you for your cooperation in that area. We appreciate it.
Who was that, Mr. Palm?
Yeah.
Once again, everybody, good evening and welcome to Anderson High School, where the Loveland Tigers are paying a visit to the Anderson Redskins. This game has some serious ECC implications. Anderson has played one more game than the Loveland Tigers, and they have only one more loss than the Tigers. So look for an exciting matchup tonight. It's about 66 degrees right now. Sunset will happen at about 7:11 p.m., but by the end of the game,
now, ladies and gentlemen,
we're going to see the low 60s.
Tigers.
Here's your starting lineups.
00, Dylan Swin. Number 0, Sean Hollenkamp. Number 1, Ian Sierick. Number 2, Addison Hearn. Number 3, Keys Sierick. Number 4, Braden Shepard. Number 5, Peyton Kubin. Number 6, Max Flanders. Number 7, Joseph Stepanak. Number 8, Alex Palmier. Number 9, Nick Williams. Number 10, Ryan Dillinger. Number 11, Ethan Smith. Number 12, Luke Parrish. Number 13, Cole Brock. Number 14, Logan Bullock. Number 15, Ilya Harris. Number 16, Aaron Shooter. Number 17, Landon Cornwall. Number 18, Zach McHenry. Number 20, Noah Lee. Number 21, Gavin Caney. Your Loveland Tigers head coach, Mike Dunlap, and assisted by Anthony Doherty. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your Anderson Redskins. Where's the energy? Number 0, Ryan Sullivan. Number 1, Ethan Hughes. Number 2, Tate Brandon. Number 3, Owen Brandon. Number 4, Jack Barnhill. Number 5, Doug Bricker. Number 8, Bennett Painter. Number 9, A.J. Gould. Number 11, Sam Hughes. Number 12, Jason Theismann. Number 15, Will Nobles. Number 16, Nate Horseman. Number 17, Silas Schellenbarger. Number 19, Zach Rising. Number 22, Hart Williams. Number 25, Zach Biggie Campbell. Number 27, Adam Jodry. And 00, Cohen Mrozek. Your Anderson Redskins are coached by head coach Sam Miller and assisted by Mike Slemons. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please rise and face our flag for the playing of the national anthem.
We've got an interesting setup tonight. We are calling the game from the bleachers, so we apologize in advance if there is any background noise. Once again, I'm Sam Niger. With me is Bill Holenkamp, and we've got an exciting ECC matchup here for you today. It's the Anderson Redskins against your Loveland Tigers. Anderson hasn't played since September 29th, and they are right behind Loveland in the ECC race. Speaking of the Tigers, last game was Thursday. It was against the Moeller Crusaders. It was a convincing victory over what is usually a dominant team. Goals by Helia Harris, Zach McHenry, and 2 by Case Sirik. Sean Holenkamp, the keeper, the traditional keeper, one of 2 keepers for the Tigers, is still out with a concussion for the rest of this week. He is replaced by Brady Moscone. And Dylan Schwinn will get the start for the Tigers. It looks like it's going to be an Anderson kick to start this one, and we're ready to go. When you're talking about the Anderson Redskins, a few matchups that come to mind for this team are a 6-0 victory against West Claremont and Kings, not to mention a 2-2 tie against Lakota West coming back on September 19th. The big goal scorers for the Redskins are Zach Santarelli. He's put 13 between the posts this season, including a hat trick versus Kings. Runner-up in that category is Owen Brandon. He's got 5 on the year. Ball's gone out for a throw right away. Alex Palmier, with a brace on that right knee, will take the throw. Whistles blow early, and it's going to be a Tigers free kick from right around the 35-yard line. The Tigers currently sit with a record of 8 wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws. That loss, of course, against against Milford. That came back on September 10th. As I said, Anderson very closely trailing the Tigers in the ECC standings. They have 8 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties. Helia Harris up the middle now. That's good defense from Anderson. They'll clear it for now. Up the left side. Peyton Kubin gets in the way of that clear. Ball's with McHenry in the middle. He passes it over to Stepanak, who gets it over to the left side at the feet of Palmier. Palmier up to Harris. Harris drops it back to Stepanak, and a good ball to Case Sirik. Case Sirik still on the ball. Takes on 2 men. And it's good defense to separate Case Sirik from the ball, and it's cleared out of bounds for a Tigers throw. Case Sirik making his presence felt early. Palmier sends it across from the left side, but that falls right into the clutches of the
Now
keeper.
it's Palmier. Shot on goal defended by keeper Ryan Sullivan. Oh, I don't know who their goalie is.
Again, because of this setup, everything you hear on the loudspeakers is going to drown out just about everything that we say. So fair warning in advance in case there are some interruptions. Meanwhile, the ball is at the feet of Peyton Kubin on the right side. Kubin switches play. It's with Addison Hearn. Hearn loses it for a minute and drops it back to the keeper, Schwinn. Hearn has lots of time and lots of space. He brings it up. He's going to touch it outside, still with it, and passes to Harris as the Tigers move into the offensive third. That's a good ball towards the touchline. Case Sirik, one-on-one in the corner. Sirik sends it into Nick Williams. Nick Williams has space, takes a touch into the middle, and fires it right at the keeper.
Nick Williams shot on goal defended by keeper Ryan Sullivan.
It was a good opportunity for Williams. Sullivan made a pretty routine save, but nonetheless, he had to get down for it. Ball is with Anderson, but it's lost to the Tigers. McHenry drops it to Addison Hearn. Hearn. More space. Plays it out to Palmier on the left side. Palmier puts a little too much on it for Sirik, and it's gone out for a goal kick. The keeper tonight for the Redskins, if you didn't hear over the loudspeaker, is Ryan Sullivan, the junior. Ball's with Ethan Smith on the right side. Smith, one-on-one, tried to take it to the touchline, but it was touched last by Anderson, and it's gone out for a Loveland corner.
Taking the corner for Loveland, number 11, Ethan Smith.
Here is the service from the far side. Into the box and headed away by Anderson. Good pressure from Ethan Smith, who drops it back to Addison Hearn. Hearn, lots of space when moving the ball up the field. Stepanak touches the ball out to Palmier. Palmier on the sideline gets it to Harris. Harris saved it from going out of bounds, nearly lost it. And the ball is batted around and collected at the feet of Zach McHenry. McHenry drops to Stepanak, who opens it up and switches the play. Peyton Kubin was looking for Ethan Smith on the far side. He didn't have enough on it, but the Tigers win the ball back. McHenry was looking for Sirik in the middle, but it was deflected away. Schwinn has the ball at his feet. He'll pick it up. Not a lot of high pressure, fast-paced offense from either team. Some opportunities for the Tigers here early, but they aren't pushing it with a lightning pace. Williams takes on two, splits the defense, and now has some space in the middle. Tried to touch into the middle, tripped over his own feet a bit, and loses the ball to Anderson, who's moving up this near side. Defended by Palmier. That's good assistance from Addison Hearn to clear the ball away. Working on the ball was Bennett Painter for Anderson. Painter's got 3 goals on the year. Ball belongs to Anderson. McHenry dropped it to Peyton Kubin, who sent it forward. And now Nick Williams has it at his feet, but he loses it. And Zach McHenry does well to win it back, and he sends a great long ball to Case Sirik. Case Sirik, it's him and the goalie. Case Sirik will follow up his own shot, and that's 2 great saves in a row by Ryan Sullivan. Case Sirik was one-on-one with the keeper.
Keys Sirik on the attack. Loveland corner kick.
Couldn't put it home either
Taking
time.
corner number 3, Keys Sirik.
From this near side, here's Sirik on the corner kick. Tries it short, but it's intercepted and sent way long. Falls to the feet of Peyton Kubin. It's won back by Anderson. Pressure now from the Tigers on that Anderson back line. But Anderson's drops it back to the center backs. Lots of space for Anderson to work as they bring it to this near side. Case Sirik on the defense. Nearly wins the ball back. And Anderson switches the play. Sent up and over on the far side. Not a whole lot of numbers for Anderson. Smart decision to drop it back. Not a lot of pressure from the Tigers there on the ball, but Addison Hearn clears it. Ball's batted around. Still no possession yet. Falls to the feet of the Tigers and Alex Palmier. Palmier sends it up to Helia Harris. Harris tried to maneuver around the defender. That's number 19, Zach Rising on the defense. And it's a Tigers throw. Sirik, with a lot of time off the throw, drops it to Stepanak. Now it's with Palmier. Hearn is pressured. Touches it forward to Palmier. Palmier saves it, gets it forward to Case Sirik. Sirik switches into the middle, and it's McHenry who throws a man to the turf and gets it back to Case Sirik. Case Sirik sends it forward to Helia Harris. It's Harris and the keeper. And Ryan Sullivan went out and got it. He has put together an impressive first 9 minutes of action. Multiple saves, multiple really good saves for the Anderson keeper. Ball's with Braden Shepard. Shepard drops it back to Schwinn, who gets it out to Hearn. Addison Hearn tried to send it long for Sirik, but it's intercepted. Lots of space for Anderson, and here's a long ball. Too much on it, went over the head of the attacking player and out of bounds. The man he was looking for was number 8, Bennett Painter. Ball's with Stepanak, who sends it long to Smith, who couldn't keep it in bounds. It was a great idea from Stepanak. Great vision. Completely turned away from Smith before he sent that ball. And now it belongs to Anderson. It's gone out of bounds for a Loveland throw on the far side. Harris drops it to Williams. Williams still with the ball, gets it into the center with Helia Harris. Helia Harris plays it to space and Zach McHenry. Zach McHenry is fouled, and it's going to be a free kick just outside the 18-yard box. At least it looks like from here. We'll see where they spot it. This could be dangerous. If Zach McHenry takes this, it's almost a mirror image of the opening goal against Moeller last Thursday, a 4-man wall. And McHenry lining up to take the kick. And here is McHenry. Bends it around the wall, and this time it falls into the clutches of Sullivan. Booming punt. And the ball finds Zach McHenry, who plays it forward to Stepanak. Instead, it falls to Williams. Williams has a lot of space. cuts through the defense, touches it out to Ethan Smith. And Smith wins the ball back, tries to turn it around, and he'll just drop it back to Cuban. Zach McHenry with lots of space. Gets it to Addison Hearn. Hearn. The whole field in front of him. Tries Williams, who tries McHenry. McHenry gets it back to Williams. Williams had 3 defenders on him. And McHenry, I think, tried the shot. It ricocheted all the way out to Case Sirik, who drops it to Palmier. Palmier gets it into Stepanak. It's with Palmier. Now Case Sirik. Case Sirik has a man in front of him. Tries to take him one-on-one. Instead just drops it to Palmier. Palmier with service into the box. A head on it from Hillia Harris. And it went just over the crossbar. Another great opportunity for the Tigers.
Hillia Harris header over the crossbar.
Ball is with Painter. He loses it to Stepanak, who plays it over to Ethan Smith. Smith tried to take on 2 defenders. Instead, Anderson wins the ball back. And that's good defense from Cuban to deflect the ball away, and now it's at the feet of the Tigers. Dropped to Painter. Painter has a whole lot of space, and he sends it long. Will Nobles was trying to get to it. Instead, it's Schwinn who goes out and gets it. Schwinn hasn't had to make any real saves tonight. No shots as of right now for Anderson. And now Cuban intercepts. Gets it up to Harris, who touches it out to Smith. Drops it to McHenry. McHenry is contested and nearly loses it. He gets it into Cuban, who passes out to Smith, and it's just a triangle right now on the far side. Zach McHenry finally gets it to the middle and to space. Palmier on the near side. He's pressured. Painter went flying towards him, and Palmier avoided it. Now with Hillia Harris. Hillia Harris nutmegs the defender. Harris gets it out to Case Sirik. Case Sirik, one-on-one. Takes it inside. Touch into McHenry. McHenry with a right. And the keeper went diving for it, and another great save by Sullivan on the dribbler from McHenry. Shot after shot here early from the Loveland Tigers. Shepard, lots of space, gets it up to Harris. Hillia Harris has 3 guys on him, avoids the pressure, and gets it out to Ethan Smith. Ethan Smith will use the speed, tries to take it to the touchline, and that's great defense by Tate Brandon. Number 2 on the far side for the Anderson Redskins. It's a throw-in for the Tigers. McHenry touches it up. Falls to the feet of Nick Williams. Williams touched it to Stepanak. Stepanak turns and fires. But it's just another one on the ground and into the hands of Sullivan. Another booming punt from Sullivan. And it drops at the feet of Anderson. Nobles has the ball separated from him by Addison Hearn. And the ball is dropped to Schwinn. Hearn, with so much time, tries to send it long to Case Sirik. Instead, it falls to Hillia Harris, who's pressured. He'll touch it outside to Sirik. Sirik, able to touch it over the defenders to Harris. A give and go. And now Case Sirik takes it to the touchline. He's got 2 defenders. Tries to drop it to the top of the 6, and it's cleared. Falls to Stepanak. Stepanak gets it to Williams. Williams touches it inside. McHenry, a give and go. Here's Stepanak. And Stepanak stumbled, couldn't get his foot on it, and Sullivan collects the ball again. Williams has the ball now. He gets it to the far side, and Ethan Smith. Now the ball's with McHenry. Now Braden Shepard on the far side. McHenry was looking for Williams. Instead, it was played right to one of the Anderson players. Looking long for Nobles. Nobles drops it, and it's sent over the top. Nobles lost it, and it's cleared out of bounds. It's a corner for Anderson. This will be the first time all game that Anderson has had numbers
Taking a corner
in the
for
box.
Anderson, Bennett Painter.
Painter on the corner on the far side. And it was driven right into the side netting for a goal kick. Schwinn will take his time on this one. And he finds Zach McHenry in space. Addison Hearn. Played it forward. Might have been looking for Sirik. It's lost by the Tigers, but quickly won back by Palmier, who sends it in a fantastic ball towards the corner. It's Harris. Harris cuts it back, and he just put too much on that last touch, and it's won back by Anderson. Ball on the far side with Anderson. Kubin provides the defense. He falls, and now some space for Painter, who plays it into the middle. Streaking up the field is Anderson, and it's won back by the Tigers and cleared nicely. McHenry tried a long ball. Case Sirik has been the target of many of those long balls, but the Anderson defense has been there to intercept. Palmier drops to Hearn, and now some pressure from the attacking Anderson players. Braden Shepard tried to look for Harris, instead falls to the feet of Painter, who dribbles it out of bounds. Substitution for the Tigers now. Ethan Smith will take a seat, and
for Loveland, number 10,
Ryan Dillinger will get some field time. Throw in is the Tigers, and now it's Harris who switches the play, and he finds Case Sirik with one man on him. Sirik, one-on-one. Case Sirik, a touch into the center. Ball's in the middle, falls out to Sirik. Sirik curves a shot in from at the top of the 18, and Case Sirik with the left bent it around the keeper. I don't even think Sullivan saw it, and the Tigers lead 1-0.
I don't know if he's ever hit a ball. I hope he's okay. Gift. That was a gift. That was a rip from Case.
Yeah,
That was well struck.
20 minutes and 23 seconds says the clock. And the Tigers have opened the scoring here, courtesy of Case Sirik. The intensity should pick up now for Anderson, as they'll try to level the scoring. Anderson has the ball in the center. Lots of space. McHenry finally puts the pressure on. Ball is headed up and collected. And it's gone out for an Anderson throw off the foot of Dillinger. So Case Sirik, midway through the first half,
In for Loveland,
delivers
number
a
1,
beauty
Case Sirik.
with the left.
In for Anderson, number 22, Hart Williams.
And now, younger brother of Case Sirik, Ian Sirik, checks into the game. Number 1. Ball on the far side, and it falls to the feet of one of the Anderson defenders, and McHenry got a little too physical there. Excuse me, that is Dillinger who got a little too physical there, and it's going to be a free kick for Anderson. And a handball is called. Pretty easy call, you could see it from here. It was a good ball in, off the free kick. Tigers were not inside of the awaiting Anderson shooters. And a lucky break for the Tigers there, as the ball went off the hand of one of the Anderson players. Now, it's Addison Hearn, who plays it forward to Harris. It's with Case Sirik on the left side. Case brings it back, passes it to Ian Sirik, who drops it to Hearn. Addison Hearn tried to go through a couple of Anderson players. It's with Will Nobles on this near side. He plays it into the middle, and it's too much on it for Painter. It falls to the feet of Dillinger. Dillinger drops it to Kubin. And Kubin will drop it to the keeper, Schwinn. Schwinn forced to send it long quickly. And the pressure from Case wins Loveland the ball back. Case is tripped up right in the middle of the field. Went down hard. You could hear the collision. And a yellow card is brought out by the official.
In for Anderson, number 4, Jack Barnhill.
Free kick now for the Tigers at just about midline. Hearn sends it long. He's looking for Sirik, who nearly got a head on it. It went just over him and out of bounds for a goal kick.
In for Anderson, number 3, Owen Brandon.
Here is the goal kick from Sullivan. It's headed up. Headed again by Palmier, and brought down at the feet of Williams, who touched it forward and right into number 12 of Anderson, Jason Theismann. Theismann with it in the middle. And Sirik intercepts Theismann's pass. Sirik has Harris. He'll wait for more bodies to move forward. Was looking for Harris. Bit of miscommunication. Not all is lost for the Tigers as Stepanak wins it back. And another foul. And a free kick awarded to the Tigers. Center official doing a good job keeping things under control after the yellow card. Harris and Hearn lining up to take it. It's going to be Harris, who touches it out to Addison Hearn. Addison Hearn takes it to the touchline, brings it in. He was looking right at Ian Sirik, who fired it near post, just a bit wide. And quick to get it out is Sullivan. And some high pressure from the Tigers. Anderson sends it long. Stepanak was looking for Ian Sirik in the middle, but it's won back by Anderson. Anderson trying to attack up the field. Instead, it's Williams, who goes through 3 defenders. It's touched back out to Williams, and the ball is lost. Controlling the ball in the middle is Anderson right now. And that pass goes straight to the feet of Palmier. And it's going to go out for an Anderson, for a Loveland throw, last touched by Anderson. Palmier looks long. Helia Harris gets it to Case Sirik. Case Sirik's going to take it to the corner. Service into the box for Case Sirik, and nearly getting a head on it was Ian Sirik. Ball is played up. And maybe an offsides awarded. It's going to be a free kick for Anderson, acting more as a goal kick. They'll get it out to the far side. Harris nearly got to it first. Instead, it's cleared away and headed out of bounds by Cole Brock. Substitution for Anderson.
In for Loveland, number 5, Peyton Kubin.
And Peyton Kubin.
In for Anderson, number 4, Jack Barnhill. Number 27, Adam Jodry.
Stepanak will take a seat, and Kubin will move up in place of Case Sirik, who moves into a center mid role. Left forward is where Kubin sits. It's gone out for a goal kick, and Addison Hearn with space gets it to Palmier quickly. Palmier has to save it, but it will go straight to the feet of Anderson. Anderson pushing it up the field in recent minutes here. Still no real shooting opportunities other than the handball. Hearn clears it out of bounds for an Anderson throw. Quick throw. And trying to take it up that right sideline was Adam Jodry, number 27 for Anderson. Another throw for the Tigers and Palmier. Palmier finds Harris, ricocheted off his shin, and it's an Anderson throw taken by number 5, Doug Bricker. Palmier clears it to Harris. Helia Harris turned it inside. It dropped to Ian Sirik, who played it to an Anderson defender. Long ball up the field, and that's good vision on the far side. Tigers have to get back, and sliding to get between the ball and the goal was Addison Hearn. And it's cleared by the Tigers. Belongs to Ian Sirik, who drops it back to Hearn. Sirik turns around and sends it to Shepard, who gets it wide to Cole Brock. Cole Brock working the right back position on the far side. Ball's gone out for a throw off the foot of Dillinger. Dangerous ball into the middle, handled well by Addison Hearn. Hearn tried to clear it, ricochets off an Anderson player, and falls to the feet of Helia Harris. Harris had 2 guys on him, and Anderson won the ball. And now a few numbers forward for Anderson. Tried to switch it. It fell to Ian Sirik, who dropped it to Shepard. Shepard tried to clear. And many of the recent Loveland clears have not been fruitful, falling right back to the feet of Anderson. They're lucky that Anderson hasn't gotten off any recent shots. Tried the long ball to switch the play. It fell to Hearn. Hearn touches it forward to Harris, and Hearn went flying. Quick free kick taken by Helia Harris, and now Ian Sirik had a lot of space. He was looking forward to Ryan Dillinger. Too much on it, and it fell to Sullivan. Ball's won back by Ian Sirik. He finds Helia Harris. Harris turns it outside and gets it to Kubin. Kubin touches it back into the middle. Looks to Harris. Harris will try a left, and it went off one of the Anderson defenders And Sullivan went diving for it anyways to save it from going out of bounds for a corner. Sullivan on the punt. Finds attacking Anderson players again. Palmier on the defense. And Case Sirik with the ball in flight, able to clear it. Ball falls to Cole Brock. Now it's Shepard. Shepard. Tried to play it forward instead. It falls to Anderson. Clock says 9 minutes. Score says 1-0 in favor of the Loveland Tigers. That's courtesy of Case Sirik with about 20 minutes left in this first half. He put one in with the left from the top of the 18 on a powerful shot. Beautifully hit. Bent it right to the far post. But recently it's been Anderson who's had more attacking opportunities. And Anderson showing a bit of physicality. Multiple Loveland bodies have hit the deck. Ball dropped to the center back for Anderson. Center back is number 25, Zach Campbell. And now some space for Dillinger on the far side. Dillinger tried to show off some speed. He was cut off, and he drops it back. Nick Williams. And Nick Williams still has the ball at his feet. He tried to drop it back for Harris, but it was intercepted. And Nick Williams orchestrated that whole attack for the Tigers. Unfortunate that it did not succeed.
In for Loveland, number 18, Zach McHenry. In for Anderson, number 8, Bennett Painter. Number 11, Sam Hughes.
So McHenry comes back on. And it's Williams who will head to the bench. You would assume for at least the rest of this first half. There are just 7 minutes left to play. Palmier tried to move things up the field. Instead, it falls to Ian Sirik. Now belongs to Addison Hearn. Addison Hearn touches it out to Palmier. Instead, it's intercepted. And Hearn intercepts and wins it back. It's gone out for a throw. And they're going to award the throw to the Tigers. McHenry heads it forward, and Harris looks as if he's going to get there. He does. He just overran the ball a bit, and it falls to Anderson. Working on this near side against Palmier, touching it back in. That's number 27, Adam Jodry. But it's won back by Hearn and dropped. Hearn clears it. Sirik trips over the ball, not once but twice. Still wins it back and drops it to Case Sirik. Ball's with Peyton Kubin. Tries to touch it over the defender. Instead, it falls to Ian Sirik, who touches it off the Anderson defender to Zach McHenry, who tried to send it long. Too much on it for Peyton Kubin, who didn't even try to make the run. Ball at the foot of Sullivan. Sullivan sends it long to Painter, who touches it right into Addison Hearn. Hearn pushes up the field, finds Harris, who drops it to McHenry. McHenry gets it out to Dillinger. Dillinger turns it outside and has the ball stripped. Throw in on the far side for Anderson. As the clock ticks closer and closer to 5 minutes left to play in this first half. Once again, the score is Loveland 1, Anderson 0. Cole Brock drops it to Addison Hearn. Plays it forward to Zach McHenry, who has some space in the middle. And McHenry tried to touch it outside, but it's intercepted. And Case Sirik does a great job to win it back. Braden Shepard sends it long on the clear for another Anderson throw. Far side. And Anderson loses the ball out of bounds. It's going to be their throw, though. Taking the throw is Tate Brandon, number 2, on that far side. Long throw in into the box, and Schwinn, with nobody around him, goes out and gets it. Now Peyton Kubin with a lot of space on this near side. Plays it to Ian Sirik. Sirik drops it to Case. Case Sirik. Case Sirik was looking for Kubin, but it's won back by Anderson, and a great long ball into Painter. That's good defense from Shepard, and Painter is down just outside the box. Meanwhile, McHenry, no, that's not McHenry. Shepard plays it wide to Dillinger, who drops it back to Cole Brock. Bennett Painter still slow to get up.
Gotta go down. Oh, it's bleeding.
And Painter is bleeding. He will take a seat.
In for Anderson, number 15, Will Nobles.
Tried to make his opinion heard on the elbow. Instead, it will be a free kick, I believe, awarded to the Tigers. Clock is stopped
In
now
for Loveland, number 6, Max Flanders.
at 2:52 as Max Flanders checks in on that far side. Schwinn, time and space, gets it back out to Hearn. Plays it across to Shepard, who drops it to Schwinn. Schwinn sends it long, but it's brought down by Anderson. Anderson looking to sneak in a quick goal here at the end of the first half. They trail 1-0 to the Tigers. Flanders uses his body, but it's gone out for a throw.
Two minutes.
You heard it, just 2 minutes left in this first half. And the ball belongs to Cole Brock, who plays it in to Ian Sirik, or Case Sirik. He finds McHenry. McHenry drops it to Palmier. Palmier played it wide to Kubin. Kubin drops it to McHenry. McHenry plays the ball out of bounds. And a quick throw taken by Anderson. Ball is up in the middle. It's going to drop to Shepard. Shepard just brings it back, and he'll touch it back to Cole Brock, who plays it back to Schwinn. Brock touches it outside and clears it up the right line. Flanders has his pass deflected right out to Ian Sirik. It's now Case Sirik in the middle with the ball. He'll drop it to Hearn with under a minute to play. Now it's Palmier in space. And last efforts for both sides here in the first half. Ball is with Kubin. Touches it to the middle. It's Case Sirik. Case Sirik into Ian Sirik, who plays it back to Brock. Brock wasn't able to get there first, and we have 30 seconds left. And it's played long Shepard tried to contest. It's gone out for a throw with 20 seconds to go. Quick throw from Anderson. Working on the far side against Cole Brock. It's played
10,
into the middle.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Last
5,
attempt
4
is thwarted by the
3,
Tigers.
2, 1.
And a ball up into the air by Zach McHenry is how this first half will come to an end. After the first 40 minutes, it's your Loveland Tigers leading the Anderson Redskins 1-0 here in Anderson. Goal courtesy of Case Sirik with 20 minutes left to play. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, this is Sam Niger and Bill Hollenkamp working the camera. We'll get back to you at the start of the second half. Getting ready to start the second half here from Anderson High School. The Loveland Tigers lead the Anderson Redskins 1-0. And we've got 40 minutes of play left. Once they get the clock set, we will get going. We'll go ahead and take this time to update you on the upcoming schedule around Loveland Athletics. Tonight, girls volleyball took on Lebanon at 6:30, and girls soccer traveled to Walnut Hills to take on the Eagles. That started at the same time as this game. Tomorrow, boys golf has sectionals tomorrow in the morning, and girls soccer will take on Baden at home in games on back-to-back days. Early proceedings of this second half, and the ball falls to McHenry, who has it taken. It's Painter, who got the blood stopped up from that first half. He's back on the field. Ball is with McHenry. McHenry has a bit of space in the middle. He tried to lead Williams, but it went right to Anderson. Williams still has the ball. Touches it out to Ethan Smith. Ethan Smith on the sideline touches it in to Williams, who drops it to Kubin. Peyton Kubin sends it in. He was looking at Stepanak, who made the run. The Anderson defender was in the right place at the right time to head it away. Great defense to win it back by Shepard. Ethan Smith was looking for McHenry, but it's intercepted. Some good runs by the Tigers, and the passes to follow, but it's been thoughtful defending from Anderson here early to intercept. Ball on the far side. It's brought into the middle and taken down by Kubin, who gets it out to Palmier. Palmier turns on the sideline, plays it up to Sirik. Sirik drops it back to Shepard, who gets it into the middle with Hearn. Hearn has plenty of space. He sends this one long. Headed off of Case Sirik. Elliot Harris will keep it in bounds. Heel streak down the sideline. Touches it to the end line, and it's played up into the middle. Sullivan got a hand on it, and it's clear away, but not for long. Stepanak has a foot on it. It's Williams. Give and go from McHenry. A good tackle by the Anderson defense. Williams tried to take on one too many men, and it's gone out for a throw for the Tigers. Ball is with Anderson in the middle. That's a good ball out to Nobles, who's defended, and Braden Shepard gets it out of bounds for an Anderson throw. First opportunity to attack for Anderson in this second half. Stepanak provides the defense, but Anderson will hold on to the ball. Intercepted, but nearly lost by Nick Williams. Williams has space in front of him. Tried to touch to McHenry, there wasn't enough on it, and Anderson repossesses. Space for the right back, for the center back, and bringing it up the field is Campbell. It's won back by the Tigers, and McHenry tried to look long for Sirik, but Sirik couldn't get to it fast enough. It's dropped to Sullivan. Sullivan clears things up the middle. Drops to Nick Williams, who touches it to Harris, who gets it back to Stepanak. Stepanak moves it back towards goal. Drops it to Kubin. Kubin sends it in. Collected and nearly cleared away before Palmier stepped in to win it back. And now he has McHenry in the middle. McHenry had space, but turned away and lost the ball. McHenry has it back now. Looked long up the far sideline to Case Sirik, but it's intercepted. And now less bodies on this near side. Ethan Smith on the defense. And ball has gone out of bounds for an Anderson throw. Taking the throw is Tate Brandon. Painter receives pressure from Smith. And now Painter has space in the middle. Hearn forced to step. They'll pass it to the touchline. It's brought back into the middle. And great pressure from the Tigers. 4 or 5 bodies around the ball at all times when it entered the box and cleared away. Nick Williams has some space, cuts through 2 defenders, and Williams slows it down and gets it out on this near sideline to Ethan Smith. Ethan Smith shows off the speed, takes it to the touchline. It's good defense by Brandon, but he touched it last and it's gone out for a Loveland corner.
Do this, Loveland. Let's do it. Come on, Loveland.
Case Sirik and Ethan Smith lining up for a short corner.
Put it in there.
Service from Sirik. And it went towards the hands of the keeper Sullivan, who punched it away and hit from behind in the head. It was a collision of heads. Zach McHenry went down, yelled in pain. He got up quickly. It's McHenry and Sam Hughes for Anderson who collided heads. The official has a word with both players and will restart play with 33 minutes and 22 seconds. So McHenry will come off,
In for Loveland, number 1, Ian Sirik.
replaced by Ian Sirik. And we'll restart with an Anderson goal kick. Loveland leading by just 1, looking for that cushion. Anderson looking for the equalizer. They won't find it here, and it's intercepted by Peyton Kubin. Peyton Kubin shows off the speed, streaking up this near side, takes a man one-on-one, takes it to the touchline, tried to cross it in. Brandon applied the defense, and it's gone out for another corner kick.
Go, be aggressive, White. Be aggressive.
The Tigers will take their time in setting up this corner.
We have 3 guys back.
Keys Sirik taking the corner.
Get in there, Peyton.
The service from Sirik nearly found the head of Helia Harris, but it's cleared away by Anderson. And now lots of space on the far side for Doug Bricker. Bricker plays it forward into the middle, and it's won back by the Tigers for poor touch from Hughes. On the far side now is Harris. Harris takes it back and drops to Palmier, who drops to Shepard. Stepanak drops it all the way back to Hearn. Ball's now at the feet of Braden Shepard. Harris has space but loses it quickly and touches it out to Shepard. Shepard tried to look back in at Harris, but he loses the ball. And lots of space. Tried a ball to the middle. Hearn cleared it for a moment, and he wins the ball back. It's now at the feet of Peyton Kubin, who tried to send it long. Instead, it went right to one of the Anderson defenders.
Let's go, Pick it up, White.
Peyton Kubin has it. Gets it to Ian Sirik, who drops it to Addison Hearn. Hearn has to turn to Schwinn. Schwinn gives it right back. Lots of pressure, and the ball's nearly won back by Anderson. Schwinn sends one long, headed forward by Case Sirik, but it falls to Anderson and the keeper Sullivan. Lots of space to work with. Painter takes it into the middle. Tried to play it forward again, and it's gone out for another Anderson throw. Loveland looking a bit sloppy here at the beginning of the second half. Ball's with Kubin. He drops to Hearn. He looks over to Shepard. Shepard had to drop it back to Schwinn. And more kickball out of the back for the Tigers. Ethan Smith finally turns it upfield for the Tigers. Hell yeah, Harris switches it. And it was a good header by Bricker to stop the ball from falling to the feet of Case Sirik. And Anderson moves it the other way. Alex Palmier now streaking up the far side for the Tigers.
It's all right. It's all right.
And got a little physical trying to win the ball back. It's going to be a free kick for Anderson. This is a quick one. It's dropped back to Bricker. Some pressure from Sirik, and Bricker gets it away quickly into the center. More space to work with in the back. This time it's Braden Shepard who gets in front of it. And Shepard took just too much on that last touch. And it's fallen back to the feet of Anderson. Campbell plays it forward. Addison Hearn applies great defense and gets it out to Ethan Smith. Smith cuts through a couple of defenders. Smith! The ball forward to Case Sirik. Case Sirik, one-on-one with the keeper. Shoots and it goes off the near post. On a fantastic ball from Ethan Smith. Found Case Sirik, who took it close to the touchline, fired, and it went right off that near post. A tough break for the Tigers. This game was nearly 2-0. Looking for Stepanak off the throw. Instead, it's won back by Anderson. Stepanak flying all over the field. It falls to Harris. And his ball was a bit too high for Case Sirik. He tried the head. Instead, it falls to the feet of Ryan Sullivan. Stepanak gets it up to Case Sirik. Sirik has lots of space. He'll look forward to Helia Harris. Harris on the far side. One-on-one. Tried to take him upfield. And a foul called by the official. It's a free kick awarded to Anderson. Ian Sirik with the ball. He'll drop it back to Addison Hearn. Hearn looks up the near sideline, and Ethan Smith nearly got to it, but it went out of bounds. Painter doubled. He drops it. Nick Williams has it at his feet. Touches it to Smith, who drops it to Kubin. Kubin throws a shifty little move and moves upfield. Looked in for Harris, and it's played out of bounds for a Loveland throw.
Go to the corner. Corner!
Nick Williams Has a few Anderson defenders around him. Drops it to Harris. Harris
Open. Move to open places.
drops it to Ethan Smith. Smith works it back towards that right corner. Has some space. Touches it towards the end line and ends up just dribbling it out of bounds. Ethan Smith finally took it to the corner for the Tigers.
Pick it up, White.
Hearn off the goal kick, just drops it back to Schwinn, who plays it forward. And kept in bounds. Kubin tried to clear it and went down.
Get card.
The official has a word with Owen Brandon. A repeated offender in this game, no card awarded, but it will be a free kick for the Tigers. Ian Sirik heads it forward to brother Case Sirik. Streaking up the sideline. Case Sirik able to avoid the defense, gets it into Ian. Ian takes a great touch. Tried to drop it towards the top of the sixth, and Sullivan had to go down for it to make the save. Ian Sirik orchestrating that attack for the Tigers. And quickly, a foul called by the official, and it's a free kick for Loveland. Hearn up the free kick. Finds Smith. Smith is doubled. Tries to take a touchback. Nearly regains possession, but it's lost to Anderson, who moves up this near sideline. Almost kept in by Will Nobles. Stepanak had space, dropped it to Shepard, who got it out to Kubin. Shepard now under some pressure.
Wake up, White. Let's go.
Ball went out of bounds, last touched by Anderson. Kubin will take a throw from his defensive third. Stepanak able to step in and win the ball. And the ball's gone out. Last touched by Stepanak. And substitution
And for Anderson, number 4, Jack Barnhill.
for Anderson.
Win-win, White. Win-win.
Yep.
Ian Sirik put the pressure on Brandon. The official says too much pressure, and it's a quick free kick. It's a quick free kick taken by Anderson. Palmier stepped in to play the ball out of bounds. Anderson throw. Into the middle now. It's Ian Sirik. He was looking forward for Helia Harris. Couldn't find him. It's an Anderson throw now.
Go Tigers. Be there first.
More pressure applied by the Siriks. This time it's Case called for a foul. And a free kick again awarded to Anderson.
Chippy if he keeps doing
Off the free kick, it's headed away nicely by McHenry. Harris plays it outside to Ethan Smith. Ethan Smith feeds Harris. Harris touches it out of bounds. He had space up the field. Throw in for Anderson. Collected by Stepanak. Stepanak touches it out. Ethan Smith tried to give and go with Stepanak, but it's won back by Anderson. Ball still in play. And it's gone out for another Anderson throw. And as we tick closer to about halfway through this second half, Anderson continues to apply more and more pressure on the Tigers D. Ethan Smith with space on the near sideline touches it forward to Harris. Harris couldn't get a foot on it. And it's won back for only a moment. Shepard, under pressure, was forced to boot it forward. It falls straight to an Anderson player. And it's out for another throw. Kubin couldn't find Stepanak. Headed down by Shepard. It's Williams who gets it to Ian Sirik. Back to Williams. He has some space in the middle. He's forced to get it out wide to Palmier. Alex Palmier on the far side. Plays it out of bounds for another Anderson throw. Long throw brought down by Anderson. Stepanak provides great defense to win the ball. It's played forward to Harris. Harris touches it outside. The ball into the middle. He's got Stepanak. He tried to touch it back to Sirik. And now some space for Anderson as they'll try the counterattack. Ball went.
That's a card.
And a card awarded to Hughes by the official.
Giving him the ball.
In for Anderson, number 22, Hart Williams.
Hughes had some words with the official. Card is awarded. And we will restart with the ball at the feet of Anderson. Ball's won back by Ian Sirik. It's played forward to Harris. Ian Sirik drops it to Stepanak. Stepanak plays it forward in a good ball to Williams. Williams had some space to the outside. Instead, he drops it back. It's now on that far sideline with Palmier. Palmier keeps it in play. It's dropped back to Palmier. And back to Shepard, who drops it all the way back to Schwinn with some attackers coming. Schwinn unable to clear it out of bounds, and it's with Painter. Painter is awarded the free kick. Peyton Kubin was on the defense. This free kick will act more of a corner. It'll act as more of a corner here for Anderson as they pack the box. Two-man wall for the Tigers. It's Painter on the free kick. Painter sent it just over the heads of the players in the box. And it went out for a goal kick.
Number 10, Ryan Dillinger. Number 18, Zach McHenry. And for your Anderson Redskins, number 11, Sam Hughes.
Dillinger and McHenry back into the game for the Tigers. Ball's with Dillinger on the far sideline. Drops it to Palmier. Palmier tried to take a man on, but he touched it last. Out of bounds for an Anderson throw. Throw in after throw in the attacking third for Anderson. Still looking for that equalizer. McHenry has it, and he gets it out to Ethan Smith. Ethan Smith touched it inside to McHenry, who gets it to Harris. He plays it out to Palmier, who has some real estate in front of him. His pass deflected off one of the Anderson defenders. Loveland throw. Drop back to Palmier, who drops it to McHenry. McHenry dropped it to Shepard. Shepard plays it in to Stepanak, who gets it to Hearn with more space. Ethan Smith has the ball in the middle, drops it to Stepanak.
Louder, Peyton.
Stepanak. Across to Shepard, who finds Case Sirik. He plays it forward to Palmier, but the ball goes out for another Anderson throw. 15 minutes left to play here from Anderson High School. Tigers lead 1-0 over the Anderson Redskins on a beautiful goal in the first half by Case Sirik. That was 20 minutes into the first half. And that's where we stand, 1-0. Cleared out and to the touchline for an Anderson corner. Tigers have looked lackadaisical
Corner, Bennett Painter.
in recent minutes. Anderson, on the other hand, has pushed the attack. And if this keeps up, it's only a matter of time before we see an equalizer. Here is Painter on the corner. Just off the top of the Anderson player's head. Stays in bounds on the far sideline. And it's last touched out of bounds by Hearn. It's another Anderson throw. Good throw into the box. It's headed backwards right into prime scoring territory, but cleared away by the Tigers. Still falls to the feet of one of the Anderson defenders. And now Case Sirik gets his foot on it. Plays it in to McHenry. McHenry tried to send it into a bit of space. Instead, it's Anderson who gets there first. Stepanak again wins the ball back for the Tigers. He's done that during key moments all game long, and he does it again. It's Case Sirik. He's flying up the field, touches it out to Ethan Smith. Smith plays it forward to Helia Harris. Helia Harris has one man on him. Harris touches it in. It's with Case Sirik, who gets it back to Harris. Harris let it go, thinking Smith was there, and it dribbles right into the hands of Sullivan. Sullivan, a quick punt. Headed away by Hearn. But it still falls to the feet of the Anderson attackers. Dillinger applying some pressure and now some space for Campbell. But there is an Anderson player down, and the trainer immediately waved onto the field. That is number 11, Sam Hughes, for the Redskins. And both sides will take a break. Clock is stopped at 12 minutes and 22 seconds to play here from Anderson High School. Tigers lead 1-0, courtesy of Case Sirik. Right now, though, trainers tending to Hughes. Hughes able to get up and jog off under his own power. Twelve and a half minutes to play in what has been a narrowly contested game between the visiting and leading Loveland Tigers and the home team, the Anderson Redskins. The official will restart play. Brought out to this near sideline and played into the middle. Not a whole lot of pressure on that back line right now from the Tigers. We saw some towards the beginning of the game, but that has died off in this second half. And perhaps that's why we have seen so many recent opportunities for Anderson. Ball with Anderson in the middle. And the official blows the whistle just outside the 18. And it's a free kick. We'll see how many men. We'll see how many men in the wall for the Tigers. It's going to be a four-man wall. 3 Anderson players lining up to take the kick. Painter, Brandon, and one other. Also in there is Theismann.
He touches it, you go. Give him a yellow.
And as the clock continues to run, the official blows the game dead at 10:55. Turns out the miscommunication involved distance between the wall and the ball. Ball was set in perfect place, and the reactions say it all here. Here's the shot just over the crossbar with a great opportunity.
Direct kick just over the crossbar. Goal kick, Loveland.
And things are starting to get intense here at Anderson High School. Just about 10 minutes of play left between these two teams. Ball still with Anderson. Barnhill. A good ball in, and Hearn got to it first. The Tigers will counterattack quickly. Nick Williams has space on the near side. Tried to touch it back in. He gets the ball back off the pass from Kubin. Now Case Sirik in the middle with space. Plays it forward to McHenry. McHenry, with a man on his back, drops it to Case Sirik, who drops it to Brock. Cole Brock sends it forward. He looked at Harris, but it's won back by Anderson. Tracking down the ball is Shepard. And the ball's gone out for an Anderson throw.
Come on.
It appeared to be last touched by Anderson. But nonetheless, it's going to be
For
a
Anderson,
throw
number 11, Sam
for the home
Hughes.
team. Hughes coming back into the game after going down with an injury. He got up, jogged off under his own power. So it's good to see him back in action. A good double from the Tigers. And they win the ball back. And now sent long by Williams. Harris tried to take it to the touchline. Zach Campbell had something to say about that. And it's a throw in for the Tigers. Kubin on the throw. Gets it to Harris, who drops to McHenry. Hughes tried to play it up. Kubin
Take it.
finds Williams. Williams has 2 men on him. Williams touches it inside, gets it in to Harris. Harris with the ball at his feet, drops it to Kayser. Kayser fires with the left and it falls right into the clutches on a great save from Sullivan.
Down on the box.
And that is the first real shooting opportunity for the Tigers in a long time. Ball has been in the defensive third for Loveland for 2/3 of this second half. And now another opportunity for the Tigers in the attacking zone. Great switch of play. Williams finds Kubin, who crosses it into the middle immediately. It's deflected away. Williams tries a shot. And another diving save from Ryan Sullivan. Sullivan quick to punt it away.
Nick Williams strike, defended by Cooper.
Stepanak goes down. And a free kick is awarded after a bit of hesitation from the official. Stepanak maybe sold it a bit, but nonetheless, it's a Loveland free kick. 7 minutes to play. Score is still 1-0 in favor of the Tigers. And Hearn sends it out of bounds off the free kick, and the Tigers will send in a
Loveland,
substitute.
number 8, Alex Palmier. And then for your Anderson Redskins, number 3, Owen Brandon.
Palmier comes in for Cole Brock with 6.5 to go. Throw in is won by the Tigers. Drop to Kubin, who loses it into the middle. And Stepanak contests, but ran right into one of the Anderson players.
After the kick.
And it's going to be a free kick awarded to Anderson. It certainly has been a physical game, chippy at times. Frustration from Anderson. And now we're starting to see a tad bit of retaliation from the Tigers. Free kick for Hughes. Sent into the box and comes out to Painter. Hughes, following up his kick, tried a shot with the left. It went wide to the far post. Had to turn all the way around the ball to get there. Goal kick for the Tigers. Peyton Kubin with lots of space on this near side. Sends it forward. Helia Harris gets to the ball. 1-on-1. Takes it inside. Has it with the left. And it's a goal! Off the far post. Helia Harris with the left. Just outside of the 18. And the Tigers meet in the corner to celebrate what will most likely be a victory. Helia Harris, the hero that applies the cushion for the Tigers.
Harris with the shot on goal and the score.
Jeff. And once he touches, I said, here it comes.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Restarting is Anderson and we are inside 5 minutes of what has been a physical and well-contested game. The Tigers now can breathe a sigh of relief. Up 2 now. Anderson not giving up yet as McHenry forced to clear. To the goal scorer, Harris. Touches it out to Dillinger, who drops it to Palmier. Palmier having to backtrack and going out and get it. To get it is Schwinn. As the clock ticks inside 4 minutes. Kubin with lots of space. Plays it into the middle to Case Sirik, who had a man on his back. He drops it back to Palmier. Palmier tried to find Dillinger. Instead, it will go to Harris. Harris cuts through the defense, and it was a good clear out the back line. But Harris was down, at least for a moment. He gets up easily. And it's a corner for the Tigers. And a chance to put home a third. Helia Harris on that goal joined Case Sirik, who put one in with 20 minutes to go in the first half. So, nearly 55 minutes between goals.
Get a brace.
Ball's into the middle and it goes right off the head of one of the Anderson defenders. Case Sirik plays it out.
Back to the corner, back to the corner.
It's McHenry, plays it in to Dillinger, who drops it back to Sirik.
To the corner.
Back out to McHenry. McHenry into Case Sirik. Finds Dillinger. Dillinger on the far side.
Go Basin. Go Basin.
And Sirik does well to play it off the Anderson defender for a throw. In the corner is Dillinger.
Get a third. Go.
On the far side now, it's Harris. Harris tried to touch it in, but it's won back by Anderson. It was Case Sirik who Harris was looking for on the other end before it was
2 minutes.
intercepted. And 2 minutes of play left here from Anderson High School.
Nice. Swing it. Swing it.
Schwinn sends it long to Sirik, who headed it out looking for Williams. Instead, it falls to Kubin, who plays it straight to Barnhill. Barnhill repays the favor, plays it straight to Hearn. Hearn on the second time, and it belongs to the Tigers. McHenry with tons of space. Instead, it's Case Sirik,
Take it all the way, Nick.
who plays it in. It's Helia Harris, 1-on-1 with the keeper to make it 3, and he can't put it home with the right. It was a great save with the feet from Sullivan. It would have been 3-0. And as we tick inside a minute, it looks as if this is going to be a Tigers victory. It wasn't pretty, and for a time, it was quite the nail-biter. But as we stand, it is 2-0 in favor of the Tigers. Goals by Case Sirik and Helia Harris to put it to bed. In a game that had serious implications. Final whistle just about sums up this whole game. And 10 seconds to play.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
In the end, a great victory for the Loveland Tigers. They advance with a record of 9 wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws. Anderson falls to 8 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws. 2-0 is the final score here from Anderson High School. From the bleachers, I'm Sam Niger. Working the cameras was Bill Hollenkamp. Thank you for joining us. There is a request by a parent to tell Mrs. Poole to please knit her son-in-law a pair of mittens. That is all.